Other bitches. This is Arla Cruz again with another review. This time, like I promised you guys, been two in a day. Saw back-to-back Poltergeist, like I said before in the other video, if you haven't seen it, Poltergeist 2 and 3. Now this time, Poltergeist 3. It's not a bad film. It continues off again the story of part 2, but it's not with the family because the original people were. It's just a little girl, Mickey. What's her name? Heather O'Rourke, the actress that later died. Rest in peace. Nice, talented little actress. Would be awesome if she was still working today. Be awesome if they would have done a part 4, but she died. So rest in peace, little girl. You're awesome. That being said, it's not as scary as maybe the first one or the second one. You know, I love the effects. I think the movie gets better after the end of the second act. During the end of the second act and the third act are awesome. But the first act is not scary. They try to do the whole thing with the old man again, the creepy old man, but the old man died, so they had to cast another guy. I don't know if it's a real old man or it's someone with makeup. Probably someone with makeup. And, well, it just didn't work out. So they cast the old man part in limited roles where he would just say little things and do little things here and there, but not much screen time. Which makes no sense that he'd come back because they killed him off in the second one. So part 3 shouldn't really happen, but whatever. Hollywood's always trying to milk their franchises. And if I was in this situation, I'd do the same damn thing probably. Probably. I'm not sure. I guess it would depend on the film that we're making, whether or not I think it deserves a sequel and whether or not there's enough story there. I don't think there was enough story there to do a sequel, but it's not a bad film. It's not my favorite of all 3. It's my least favorite, by far. But the effects and the scares are still there, even though in the beginning it's pretty boring. I find the beginning really boring. And let's get down to the paperwork. Director Brian Gibson, who also directed... Oh no, wrong one. Director Barry Sherman, who also directed Raw Meat, Wanted Dead or Alive, and Lisa. Haven't seen any of those films, so I'm dying to see those to see what they're like. Written by Brian Taggart. The director also wrote it. DP Alex, I can't even pronounce his name. It was done in 1988, starring Tom Skerritt, Heather O'Rourke, rest in peace, Nancy Allen from RoboCop trilogy fame, Laura Flynn Boyle, I know you've seen her. It's been a while since I've seen her. Kip Wentz. So yeah, it's my least favorite of all films, but it's still better than what I thought. So I hadn't seen it in years. I always remember hating it, and I saw it, and I started at the beginning judging it right away because I'm like, oh, it's part 3 and this and that, and part 3s are usually sucky movies unless they're good franchises. But it's not a bad film for a third entry. Not a bad, considering they didn't have much material left, much gasoline in the tank. So it's not a bad little film. I would like to I'd probably watch it around Halloween time or something. I wouldn't mind. Compared to what they're doing nowadays, like Saw 27. Even though I sat through all the Saw films, and at first I was like, that's stupid, but I'll give it up to Saw. I was into the last movies that they made. I'll probably rewatch them for Halloween, just for the fuck of it. Probably watch this film amongst others. That's what I used to do on Halloween. I don't really go out. Don't really go drinking. Don't really go to Halloween parties. So I just stay home, have candy for the kids, give them candy, eat some of the candy, and have a cold beer or wine or whatever I feel like drinking that day, and just sit down and watch horror films, man. Horror films. This Halloween I'll probably watch either on websites or probably old films on this. Check out this. If you like retro movies, even though they're cut and edited, and you know, for time and all, and because it's on broadcast television, but they have good movies on this. If you don't have cable, and even though they have it on, I think on DirecTV or Comcast or AT&T, I'm not sure. They have it. Check out this if you like nostalgia and you like some old films, really old films, kind of old films, some not so old films. Like they have movies like Saved and um, damn, dude. Like I'm trying to think of the type of films that they've had. You know, a lot of action films. I mean, it's kind of cool because every day is a different day. Today was Action Wednesdays. Thursdays is damn, I know the weekends are classic movies, and I think Mondays are from the heart, and Thursdays are all bets are off or something like that. Something similar to that. Which I don't know what's the difference between that and Wednesday, but whatever. I can't bitch. It's free. They show good program. Another website if you don't have cable, like I don't have cable. I'm trying to get cable eventually, but probably end up settling for a Roku 3 once I get my new TV. You stream Netflix and Hulu Plus. If you don't have cable, check out solar.so/solar. Great little website. It has everything you could ever want in TV shows, movies, and it's free. You can create an avatar. You can comment on the movies. You can save movies onto like a queue, just like they have on Netflix and Hulu. So if like I have like 300 over 300 that I have saved so far because I got a raging a hard on for movies. So I try to don't have time to, but I watch as many movies as I can. So that's all I have to say. I gone a little bit over top, over the topic. But yo, check it out. If I had this movie, it probably wouldn't go in my collection. The second one, which I didn't say, would go in my collection, as would the first one, which I'm dying to probably buy them on Blu-ray. This third one, unless I got it, all three of them for one, I'll buy it. But I would stick just watching this first one and the second one. Forget out the third one. It's garbage. I mean, if anything, it's only just good for the effects. That's good and the performances. But then it's like, dude, you're getting professional actors. The performances should be good at this level. So you should also have a good story. And if there's not enough material, don't do a part 3, Hollywood. Don't do it. Don't get greedy. But, as we all know, Hollywood is one greedy motherfucker. And they will do things that are stupid and things that don't make any sense. But we still end up paying for them and still end up seeing them. So go figure. Alright, well, for our next review, I don't know what I'll do. But, oh yeah, I'm gonna watch on this tomorrow. I'm gonna watch the first 3, well, the trilogy of RoboCop films. Only the first one's good. The second one's like, cool villain, but whatever. And the third one is freaking garbage. But just for nostalgia's sake, and to see them back to back on this, I'm gonna check it out. That'll be my next 3 reviews. The RoboCop trilogy. And yes, I still have not done Soul Survivor. It's becoming an inside joke.